Hello everyone. Welcome to Stacy Page Inspired Yoga. I'm Stacy. Thank you so much for joining me for this morning practice. We're going to start off in Tadasana. So big toes touching, heels a little bit apart, or if that doesn't feel steady for you, you can create some space between your feet. Let's lift up our toes so we really feel the balls and heels of our feet grounding us in, even feeling your arches lifting. Let's press the backs of our calves, knees, and thighs towards the back wall. A little tucking under of your tailbone as your belly scoops in and up. Extend your arms, imagining your fingertips are trying to touch the earth. And then keeping the body nice and tall, let's bring our hands into prayer pose. You can soften your toes to the mat. Inhale, sweep those arms out and up. Exhale, fold down over your legs. Put a deep bend into your knees. Inhale, we're going to round up one vertebrae at a time. Continuing the inhalation as we sweep those arms out and up. Exhale, floating over your legs, bend the knees. Inhale, rounding up, stacking those vertebrae one on top of the other. Continue stretching the arms up. And again, exhale, fold over the legs, deep bend in the knees. Inhale, stacking those vertebrae, stretching the arms up. And this time we're going to hold our arms here, clasp your hands, leave the pointer finger out, draw the biceps back by your ears. Feel that grounding in of the feet, the engagement of the core as you inhale. Exhale, take it over to the right side. So be aware that you're not dumping into this bottom side body, but instead lengthening through both sides of the body, even that right side. From the grounded feet and from the core, inhale up. Exhale, take it over to the other side. Press especially that right foot into the floor, into the earth. Lengthen both sides of the waist. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, float down over your legs. I'm going to turn so you guys can see me. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Take a couple of breaths here. Any forward fold that feels good for you. And then one more time, flat back as you inhale. Hands to the earth, step back to down dog as you exhale. Holding our down dog, spreading those fingers nice and wide, really pushing the earth away from you. Reach your heels not just towards the earth, but towards the back of the mat. Extend the legs towards the back of the room as well. Scoop your belly, hug your front ribs towards each other. Strong downward facing dog. And then with your next breath in, we're going to slowly come forward to plank. You can modify with knees to the earth if you'd like. We'll take a few breaths here so the chin is into the throat, so the back of the neck stays nice and long. As you're pushing the earth away from you, feel an engagement and a broadening in your shoulders. Heels stretching to the back of the mat. Take a full inhalation back to down dog for the entire length of the exhalation. Let's walk our heels out, alternating, bending one knee, pressing the opposite heel to the earth. And then both heels stretch back and down. And one more time, inhale, float yourself forward. Exhale, float yourself back. Let's come down onto our hands and our knees into tabletop. You can have the tops of your feet to the earth, or you can tuck your toes. Again, we spread those fingers nice and wide. And let's begin our cat-cow. On your inhalation, gently drop the belly, stretch your heart center forward, face looks up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, deep rounding of the spine. And again, inhale, rock those hips forward, shine your heart center. Exhale, round. And continue a few at your own pace, synchronizing your breath with your movement. And after you've done a couple, if you want to begin to move in a way that feels organic and feels good for you, you can stretch through the hips, through your back, moving mindfully and continuing to move with the breath. And then let's take it back into our neutral tabletop. We're going to go into a low lunge. On your inhalation, step your right foot between your hands. We're going to shift our hips forward as we rise up into a low lunge. So pressing the back foot and the front foot deeply into the earth. So as much as my hips are shifting forward, I'm also rooting down and rising up. Feeling length in the sides of your waist, feeling those front ribs move towards each other. Taking another breath in, release the hands to prayer as you exhale. With this inhalation, lengthen the sides of the waist. As you exhale, rotate the rib cage, the shoulders, and the chest towards that bent knee. Keep length in the side body as the left elbow comes to the outside of the front knee and taking a twist. So feel your right hip crease pulling back and in. And that's going to help you to lengthen the sides of your waist as you're twisting through the chest, through the rib cage. Make sure you're grounded into the feet. We're going to inhale, come all the way back up. Hands to the floor as you exhale. We're going to shift the hips over the back knee, come up onto the front heel, front toes face towards the sky, coming into a half split. So you can use blocks if you need. And we're still feeling that right hip crease pulling back and in. I'm still grounding through that top of the left foot. And I'm guiding my breath into any place I feel tension or tightness, allowing that tension and tightness to release with the breath. Great job, you guys. Let's slide that right foot back, right knee beside the left. And with your next breath in, stepping the left foot forward between the hands, shift the hips forward, keep grounding through the feet as you rise up into your low lunge. So again, I'm pushing into my back foot, the top of my back foot, pushing into the front foot to ground as I shift my hips just slightly forward, still pulling my belly button in and up. Let's take one more breath in. Float your hands down to prayer as you exhale. With this breath in, lengthen both sides of the waist. On your exhalation, rotate the rib cage, the shoulders, the chest. Keep that length in the rotation as the right elbow comes to the outside of the left knee. Now feeling the left hip crease pulling back and in, helping me to get even more length in the sides of my waist. 2 more breaths. Great job, you guys. We ground into our feet to inhale, rising those arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor, frame the foot. Shift those hips over the back knee. Come out to the front heel. All 5 toes point towards the sky as we come into our half split. few more mindful rounds of breath. So we allow a gentle stretching in the hamstring. You may also feel it in your lower back as all forward folds are those opportunities to stretch the lower back. And let's take one more breath in. We're going to slide that left knee beside the right as you exhale. Tuck your toes under. We're going to roll ourselves up. We're coming into a modified camel. So make little fists, place them onto your lower back. Point your elbows towards the back of the room. A gentle shift of the hips forward. Tuck the tailbone under. Lengthen the sides of the waist. Open up your chest and your heart center. There should be no pain in your lower back. If you feel anything that even resembles pain, make sure that you come up a little bit to where we feel some sensation, but no pain. And one more big breath in. Expand your heart center. Exhale here. And then with this inhalation, we're going to come back up to neutral, tops of the feet to the floor. We're going to take it into our child's pose. So your knees can be together or apart, whatever feels better for you. Allow your sit bones to move towards the heels, fold down over the legs. With this inhalation, feel your entire back body lift and expand. And release everything as you exhale. Empty your lungs completely. And then let's walk ourselves up. Let's stretch our legs out in front of us. I'm going to face you guys again, coming into Dandasana. So the toes are pointed up towards the sky, hands right beside the hips. A slight little bend in the elbows will allow you to keep the spine nice and tall. I'm actually going to face this way again. And then let's take it into boat pose. So let's slide the soles of the feet to the floor. You can bring your hands behind your thighs, scoop your belly in, open your chest. You can stay here or come to the toes, shins parallel to the earth. Maybe legs lift up, maybe extend the arms. Pull those thighs towards you with your belly. Keep the chest open. One more breath in. Exhale, release the feet, soles of the feet together. You can have your heels in close if you want to feel more in your inner thighs, or the heels a little bit further away from the body if you want more of an outer thigh stretch. Hands can come onto the shins, the ankles, or your toes. Take another inhalation, lift out of your hips. As you exhale, gently fold over your legs. And we'll take 2 or 3 nice deep breaths here, guiding that breath to tight spaces, tense spaces, that place where you feel stuck, and emptying the lungs completely, imagining that stuck, stale energy leaving your body with the breath. And then with your next breath in, we're going to round ourselves up. Stretch your legs out to the top of your mat. Inhale the arms halfway up. As you exhale, begin to roll down one vertebrae at a time. When you get all the way to the floor, stretch your arms up overhead. Oops. Reach those toes towards the front of the mat. Big full body stretch. And then bring your arms beside your body. Slide your feet to the floor one at a time. And then pull one knee into the chest and then the other. Massage your lower back with some gentle circles, or you can go side to side. Whatever feels good for your body. And then let's place the left foot down Let's extend the right leg up. You can grab behind the thigh or grab behind the calf. We're going to point our toes towards the sky. Feel a stretch in the top of your foot and in your shin. Take another breath in. Flex the foot as you exhale. Now the heel points to the sky, the toes point towards you. And then let's bend that knee, place the right ankle to the bottom of the left thigh. Begin to push the right thigh away from you, coming into pigeon on our back. If you'd like a little more intensity, you can lift the left leg up, grab behind the thigh or the top of the shin. And let's go for 5 slow, deep rounds of breath. And just take notice, sometimes we tend to bring our gaze behind us in this pose. We want to make sure that the back of the neck is long, chin is in towards the throat. 2 more breaths, releasing tension, tightness, stuck energy from the hips. And then gently placing your feet back down to the floor. The right foot stays where it is. Let's extend the left leg up to the sky. Grab behind your thigh or your calf. And let's point those toes towards the sky, stretching the top of the foot and the shin. Take a breath in. Exhale. Heel to the sky, toes to you. The stretch moves to the calf, maybe the back of the knee. And then let's bend that left knee, place the left ankle to the bottom of the right thigh. For pigeon on our back, you can begin by pushing the left thigh away from you. If you'd like a little more sensation, lift that right leg up, grab behind the thigh or the top of the shin. And then again, chin towards the throat, back of the neck nice and long. Relax your shoulders onto the earth. Check in that you haven't begun to grip tension in your face, your mouth, your jaw. As we allow a few more slow, mindful breaths to move in and out of our body, cleansing, rejuvenating, healing. And let's take one more full round of breath. And then you can release both feet down to the earth. Let's roll over onto our side. Gently push your way up into any seated position you feel comfortable in. Doesn't have to be cross-legged. Let's bring our hands into prayer pose over heart center. Close your eyes, slightly bowing your head towards your heart. Take a deep breath in. Exhale completely as we make our way into the day from here. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.